Welcome everyone to the game between Wei Yi, who enters in with his teammates Bai Jinshi and Dai Shangren, against Fabiano Caruana, who enters in with his girlfriend Christian Chirila and Gregory Oparin. This is candidates, and that's why you can see players entering in with their team. And there you see both the players settle down as Michael Khodorkovsky comes in. He's the CEO of the Grand Chess Tour, and he's going to make the first move on the board and asks Fabi what the first move is going to be and plays knight to f3. Wow, Fabi is quite respectful in that sense to give the guest his move. Generally, players don't do that. And here, the shake of hands, and we are ready to go. Fabi goes for the knight again, and this, dear friends, is the ChessBase Mobile App recap of the day. Get your ChessBase Mobile App from the link in the description. Knight to f3 by Caruana. And Wei Yi thinking about how to meet knight f3, knight to f6. Now Fabi is someone who can play all sorts of different openings, right? But he's choosing for this knight f3 systems in this candidates, just trying to play it a little bit differently. He also did that against Hikaru. Pawn to g3 played. And now pawn to g6 by Wei Yi. Caruana goes knight to c3. We are seeing a very symmetrical setup. Will Wei Yi also play his knight to c6? No, he pushes his pawn to d5 in the center. Makes a lot of sense here. Takes. Knight takes. Logical. And now bishop g2. Seems the most logical move to make in this position. Just finishing your development, getting ready to castle. Exactly, that's what Fabi does. Plays his bishop to g2. Also eyeing the knight on d5. Both the pieces are looking in this direction. Bishop comes out to g7. Now looking at the knight. And there's no good discovered attack, so queen a4 check. Wow, that's a very interesting move because bishop d7 is possible, but Wei Yi goes for the most natural, knight c6, blocking the check, bringing out a piece. But one must remember that there is pressure here on d5, and this can also go till c6. Knight g5 played by Fabi. He's attacking this knight. You can defend it with e6, but Wei Yi goes knight b6. Kind of a new move, forcing Fabi to think, because now Fabi is down to 1 hour 30 minutes and he takes on c6 after 8 minutes of thought. And he's saying to himself that, okay, I know Wei Yi is well prepared. He's at 1 hour 56 minutes. But sometimes you just have to take it. Take your chances. Queen takes c6 check. And I think this is incredible preparation by Wei Yi, because he's just moving quickly on the board. He has a lot of time on the clock and the position remains super dangerous. Now Fabi has captured 2 extra pawns. Okay, first things first, castling here is possible, but then white would also castle. So h6 makes a lot of sense. Now why does it make sense? Because after the knight moves away, the h3 square frees up and the bishop will enter here to stop white from castling. And then black will castle soon. First rook c8. Oh, gaining another tempo. Queen a5. Each of black's pieces is in the game. While look at white's pieces. Little bit out of it. Bishop h3. Stopping castling. Next move you want to castle, and then that justifies your 2-pawn investment. Queen b5. Fabi is like, I'm not going to let you castle easily. Knight d7, while Wei Yi has 1 hour 47 minutes, Fabi is down to 1 hour 1 minute. Not so easy. Now the threat could be bishop g2. So Fabi, after now 5-6 minutes of thought, goes rook g1. And not just stopping bishop g2, but he has an idea of g4 and trapping this bishop. Wei Yi simply castles because he's still in his prep. 1 hour 45 minutes. Will Fabi go g4? Well, he's giving him a challenge. And Fabi takes it. He plays g4, threatening rook g3 to trap this bishop. Knight f6, kind of a must. It goes rook c5. Oof. Well, that's not a great move. Because after queen b3, if then knight f6, you have knight e5 attacking g6 pawn. Look at this. Because of this diagonal pin. Queen b3, good move. So if Wei Yi does play knight f6, there's d4, the rook is attacked, and then knight e5, which is a very strong move. Oh, he goes knight e5. That's a huge blunder. That's a huge blunder here by Wei Yi. And Fabi just takes it. And now you can see this bishop is hanging here. I don't understand what Wei Yi has just done. Rook takes. I mean, the position was anyway very difficult here. But something like queen c7 or knight f6 did make sense. But take, knight d1, and now all of a sudden the bishop is hanging. It's game over. And he resigns. Wei Yi shakes his head. Fabi scores a win in 19 moves. Incredible. Incredible win. Unbelievable. And this actually puts Fabi into a lead with 2.5 out of 3. And Wei Yi, of course, mixed up his preparation somewhere. He's talking about it to his opponent. And he's like, I shouldn't have gone bishop h3 maybe. And this actually is a big win. We managed to actually catch up with Caruana at the end of the game and did a short interview with him. And the arbiter comes and says, can you please put the kings to tell us what the result is? They put the kings in. And for Caruana, this is a dream start. 2 wins out of 3 at the candidates is huge. Sometimes all that you need is 4 wins in the tournament. Rest can be draws. And so if Fabi's already done half of his work in just 3 rounds, that's something huge. So, and wins like this, when you win in 19 moves, just boost your confidence immensely in the tournament. And Wei Yi, well, he is generally so solid. He never really blunders like that. But maybe it was just a matter of preparation gone wrong for him today, that he blundered and lost the game.
I don't think I want to prefer.
So far, so good. Thank you so much, Fabiano, and all the best of luck in the next rounds.
Yeah, fine.
Fabi, back to 2800. First of all, congratulations for such a miniature 19 move. Has it been your smoothest victory in all the candidates ever?
Yeah, well, smoothest, I guess, in terms of, it's a major blunder, but yeah, I've had probably some smoother games in terms of like how I put pressure from the start. Here, there wasn't pressure from the start. It was the other way around. So it's a bit hard to say because these games that end by basically one blunder, they're a bit unusual, right? It's hard to assess them so much.
Yeah, and Leeches showed knight b6 as the new move, as a novelty. Can you elaborate where did Wei Yi mess it up? And did you spot, how did you feel when he played knight e5? Yeah.
Well, when he played 95, my first thought was I must have missed something. I was very surprised because I thought 95 was losing, right? That's why I played queen b3 to have this idea of the queen is attacking the bishop. And I couldn't imagine that he would blunder, but there were so few variations. So I thought, yeah, he must have just blundered something. And the reason I thought he blundered something is because white has some moves besides knight takes c5. So his attention was a bit distracted between, like I have knight e4 as well. There's some various moves. So he was probably a bit like overwhelmed by the amount of variations and just missed this one. But from white's point of view, it looks very simple because I just take and then I move my knight back and I attack the bishop. It's like almost nothing to calculate. So I just took a few minutes to double check, thinking like, what could I miss, and not quite finding it.
And before that, you think like the whole opening, and like for somebody new to the opening, it felt like you cannot move your pieces. You're kind of boxed in. But how was your feeling about the whole position after
I
the
wasn't too happy with it. I was trying to basically steer the game towards equality. That was my feeling. I mean, the reason I wasn't happy is because, of course, he knows the position better than I do, and he has a lot of compensation, a lot of piece activity. But I didn't ever think my position should be bad because I knew that Queen A4 is a move, and after Knight B6, clearly, if I want to continue in a logical path, I should take the pawns. So there's nothing that I did that was wrong. In that case, I shouldn't have a bad position. And it did feel like most of the variations I was looking at, they were kind of going towards either some very messy stuff, which didn't look bad, or or equality. Sometimes like I lose one pawn and then we simplify some pieces and it was going towards equality. So I wasn't overly concerned, but I was a little bit unhappy that I was the one kind of trying to look for safety rather than him.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Fabi. Beating Naka and now this guy. And tomorrow you'll be playing with Sundaro, who is right now playing with Prague. Any guesses what would be the result?
No idea. It was such a messy position. I mean, Sindar sacrificed a piece. He has the 2 bishops and 2 pawns. So definitely some compensation, but I have no idea what the evaluation is. I mean, I think anything could happen.
Okay, all the best for tomorrow.
Thank you.
All these years, ChessBase was a software that needed to be installed on your computer. But now, ChessBase has come up with a mobile app. It's called the ChessBase Mobile App and it is available both on Android and iPhone. With the app, you can now prepare against an opponent. You can get access to more than 11 million games in your database. You can create a new game, analyze it. The premium users get access to the fastest cloud engines, and then you can save your analysis. What's more is that the app is completely free. If you want to stay connected to serious chess preparation on the go, then the ChessBase mobile app is for you.